Some 60 years ago, when the first wave of Indian immigrants came to Britain, the streets I'm walking today were for many home away from home. London's Southall is for many known as the nucleus of the Indian diaspora community, and what a thriving community it is. The contribution of Indians to the UK is truly staggering, and to tell us why is the MP for Ealing Southall, Virendra Sharma. Mr. Sharma, thank you so much for joining us. The spark that ignited the explosion of sectarian violence that has engulfed Iraq. Sunni militants attacked the Golden Dome Mosque in the Iraqi city of Samarra at dawn on the 22nd of February 2006, destroying one of Shiite Islam's holiest sites. The bombing sparked a wave of sectarian bloodletting between Sunni and Shiite factions. These are the harrowing shows of strength and defiance that have the world grappling with the prospect of a country torn apart by civil war and a region engulfed by sectarian conflict. Nidhi Dutt, Reuters. It's winter wonderland across Britain this morning. The Met Office's predictions of heavy snowfalls across the country overnight haven't disappointed. London is covered in snow and it's a frosty 2 degrees Celsius. But if you think this is cold, spare a thought for people out in the Midlands. The city's financial district is failing to promote itself as an attractive place to do business and has also been unable to capitalise on its historical ties with the two economic powerhouses. The report highlights the dangers of not luring Asian investment, but Indian companies still find Britain a good place to do business, highlighted last week by Tata Steel's $8 billion takeover bid for UK-based Chorus. The world's film capital is making a splash on the global stage. The Merchants of Bollywood is the first authentic Indian dance spectacular to grace stages around the world, and it's finally here in London. In terms of the link between Scotland Yard and the Australian investigations, the main focal point here has been the location of the SIM card. Now, obviously, the Australian Federal Police Commissioner Mike Keelty coming out and making quite a few confusing remarks at a press conference in Australia. His office going into damage control to actually clarify his line about where the SIM card actually was. Scotland Yard remaining completely tight-lipped about their investigations. Obviously, they are ongoing into the attempted bombings in London and Glasgow, and they're just saying, listen, now this Hanif case is an issue between Australia and India. They're taking no part in answering further questions about the situation involving Hanif in Australia. International aid is starting to get through, but as survivors begin to bury the dead and pick up the pieces of shattered lives, the enormity of the devastation is becoming more apparent. Nidhi Dutt, Reuters. As kiddie playtime favourites land on storeroom floors instead of stacked high on shelves, it seems this latest product scare is likely to damage the Made in China label. Nidhi Dutt, Reuters, London. Thousands of people line the streets of Huamantla in Mexico for the annual running of the bulls. 23 bewildered and aggressive bulls charged through the streets of the town, chasing runners brave enough to run amongst them. The 54th running of the bulls, part of the month-long Festival de Huamantla, attracted daredevils from across the region, including neighbouring cities of Puebla and Mexico City. Nidhi Dutt, Reuters.